Who's that?
Handwork.
Go.
Hello everybody. Everybody good. Everybody feeling what's up? So today this one no need introduction lah.
No introduction.
Gary.
Gary is
who else?
second time back in the on the podcast.
It's overdue.
Back on the pod.
Long overdue.
I don't want to think about how long.
2 years?
2 years?
More than 2 years.
More than 2 years. Gary remembers.
Yeah, I wasn't even in hot sauce that time.
Yeah, so now a new combination.
Yeah.
Fresh combo.
Combination.
Up, down, left, right. Mortal Kombat.
Okay, Gary, to ease you in, now it's like the half of the year already, right? Just are you okay?
Yeah.
Half of the year already. How many gigs have you shot? Come, stats, let's go.
I think currently up to date, because also not forgetting there was a Ramadan break in between where there wasn't much gigs happening.
Still got lots, yeah.
So I think right now should be about coming to 30 plus.
Oh, I thought it'd be more than that.
Because the Ramadan period, 30. I think March, April was quite a long break. So I think in like March there was like I only shot like 4 gigs in March.
Still a lot, yeah.
So but normally I'm used to like 2-3 gigs, right? Used to like 2-3 gigs a week. So
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
No, usually like
Sunday.
Friday. Okay, like last week. There was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday show, but I didn't go on Thursday because my son's graduation ceremony at Poly. So I shot Friday and Saturday.
Your son's so old already.
Yeah. So I think he's actually my children. When I step into any indie gig, I think half of the crowd are my children's age.
Yeah, of course.
My daughter is 24, my son is 22. It's all about the same.
Damn. So we are all your children.
Anak semua anak. So I think should be about 30 plus up to date.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you think that this year you will break your previous record?
What was the record?
So last year was the most I ever shot, 143.
143.
Wow,
the year before was 121.
Okay, that's not very far apart.
Yeah, but before pandemic, it was only like about 70, 80.
Right.
Because so that it's
Double.
so obvious if I were to do maybe if one day I should do a big data analysis of the gigs that I shot. It was so obvious that after pandemic, there was such a big spike in gigs that till today now you're having that many gigs happening in one day, or even on the same day, 3-4 gigs on the same day. So yeah, I mean it's good for the scene, right? There's more shows for people to go to, everything like that. But then sometimes it fragments the scene because there are people that I like metal, but I like indie, I like shoegaze, but I like hardcore. They got to make a choice, and I got to make a choice also. Which usually I don't tell anybody which I'm going. I just say that there are 3 gigs. If you see me, you see me, lah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, there has been definitely an increase in the number of gigs. Partly also because now we have, especially important place like Room 526, which is the amount of gigs there happening per week is just ridiculous.
Easy.
So I think all these thing helps to make gigs more commonplace now.
Right.
Our underground gigs.
Yeah.
Specifically our underground gigs.
Perfect segue, Gary. So with the increase of gigs, right, do you see anything else increasing also?
Yeah, so obviously what I'm going to say is personal observations, but I'm sure there are other people who may have observed things like that. But my personal observations come with the context of what I saw 30 years ago also, and what the scene experienced 30 years ago. So I think in the last 1-2 years, 2025 to now, there actually has been an increase in new organizers coming and organizing underground gigs in our scene, which is a good thing. I don't think anybody will complain that there are too many gigs. But I think to a person like me, it's so it stands out because most of these new organizers, the way they organize gig or the way they do a gig or put on a show, it has very strong inorganic type of outlook. Okay, it's not something that comes from a place of organically or you're from the scene, and it's so obvious that it's from the outside. And the way it's structured, the gig is structured, it kind of is like a mini mainstream type of scene, mini mainstream type of organization. So not exactly a DIY style. So And then most of them, some of them, they only organize like 1 gig a year. Some of them may have maybe certain things like fundraising.
Right.
But then my question is, if you want the people in the scene to part money for a good cause or for any other causes, I think you perhaps need to have some sort of a track record first, or you need to make yourself, let people be comfortable with what you intend to do, rather than just announce, oh, okay, I'm organizing a gig, and then it's for this big fundraising, the money we give on this, or like, oh no, I'm organizing a gig at this place, it has all this full lineup or everything. So what I'm doing is I don't shoot these gigs, because one of the purpose that I shoot gigs is that I will support the gigs that are doing something for the scene. Whether you're pushing a genre,
Contribution.
you're pushing newer bands from our scene, giving them a platform to perform, or you're bringing the community together for 160 people, 200 people. Let's have fun for a gig, a full local show, no touring bands, nothing, just full local show. And then the price is so affordable, or, like $15, $10 style gig, or even $20 a gig. I would definitely support that, because you are doing it for a proper cause, and I think it fits in, it aligns with the DIY ethos that is present in every country's underground scene. But if I do not know you, if I do not know where you come from, and you suddenly just pop up like that and say there's a gig, even though you may have a good lineup, or you may get bands that will draw crowd, I will still have my reservations, because I do not want to be involved in a gig that may have some other issues happening down the road that people may feedback on. I don't have time for that. I'm not a businessman. All right, I don't get paid to shoot gigs. I'm doing it for the love of scene. So the last thing I want is to, your gig suddenly have something backlash down the road, and then, I just don't have time for all this nonsense. Okay, the scene doesn't have time for this. Everybody has full-time jobs. Everybody has real life things to do. The last thing they want is to get involved in the gig and all this nonsense. So I guess that's my personal stance. That's why I said the opinions are my own. I cannot force people to say, hey, follow my opinion. No, everybody you form your own opinion. But that's my stand at where what I'm doing in terms of shooting all these gigs and things like that. So it's not that I don't want to support the bands that are playing, but I have my reservations. Right. And sometimes the reservations are based on experiences in the past that we know in the past. So I'm just adopting a look and see attitude, wait and see attitude. See how it goes.
I think it's also because these organizers, you don't know their agenda also. Like you don't know what they are, what they want to get out of it.
Correct.
So it's a bit. I would say from the inside it sounds a bit sasa, right? You don't know what.
Yeah,
what
I try to err on the side of giving people the benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying that you are bad. I'm not saying that you're out to scam people, but you're right. I need to have some level of comfort to know what is the ultimate takeaway that you are going to take away from that. Obviously every gig organizer wants to be able to make some money so they can cover the next gig. Nothing wrong with that. Right? But it has to be in proportion to what the audience can afford to pay in our scene.
Right.
If you have 10 gigs a month and you're expecting every gig to have like a $70 ticket, I'm sorry, probably only 3 gigs. People will only probably go for 3 gigs max. They can't be spending like $700 a month on. Not everybody. I put this way, not a large majority cannot afford to spend $700 to see 10 gigs a month. Even if they are good bands, even if they are good lineup, even if they want to support. So you have to the pricing structure. You have to understand. So that's where you have to be from the scene. And you know what the people in the scene are looking for, what they would pay for, and what they can afford to pay. That's the most important thing. So So that's one of the signs of actually an inorganic versus an organic style of a gig. This is one of the main signs that will pop up very clearly, whether is it inorganic or organic style of organizing a gig.
What if someone tries to be like pseudo authentic with you? Let's say you never meet them before, then they DM you like, "Hey Gary, man, I love your work." That kind of stuff.
They know what to say.
So this is actually not surprising because during the pandemic years, now you talk about it like some ancient 18th century Black Plague years like that.
It is. 6 years ago, long, yeah. Yeah, long, yeah.
During the pandemic
6 years ago, I'm not even 30, no.
That's a primary school. Going next year primary school.
So during the pandemic years, there were I did actually surprisingly during the pandemic years I received more emails from people that are not from the scene about we are organizing a gig, wondering can you come and shoot, or do you have old videos or old photos of this band that performing, because we want to do a documentary on it.
Right.
Actually, I received a lot of these emails during pandemic. But once the pandemic is over, right, it's kind of like saying like, yeah, fuck the local scene. I don't need local scene anymore. I will just concentrate on the overseas scene already. So during the pandemic, everyone was emailing about asking for videos of our local bands. Because they want to do a video series on what is underground culture, what is hardcore culture. Yeah, then after when everything recovered, fuck it, we don't need you anymore. So that actually applies also to the way some of them have I think 3 or 4 of them have sent emails and asked me to shoot, and like, okay, normally I'm very simple. If I have no interest, either I reply to you and say, no, it's okay, I got other things to shoot. Or I just totally can't be bothered reply. I'm not a doom scroller. I'm not on my email. I'm not on WhatsApp. I'm not on Instagram messages 24 hours a day. I think some people in the scene, they message me like Instagram, and then 3 days later I reply, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not the type of person that tie myself to this. At my age, I prefer to have real life experiences. But
I think I don't even follow you on Instagram, like each other.
I rather have face-to-face conversation.
Ours is more organic.
I rather have organic, like what I called last time in the older days, Sarabat lah, go to Sarabat store, sit down lah, right? Let's Sarabat whatever.
Now they got 2 outlets already, must choose.
So normally either I reply that I won't be able to show, I'm not interested in covering this, or I'll just don't bother reply lah. But then that being said, I'm still on the sideline just watching, observing. I will ask also people that have gone there, what was it like? What was the overall atmosphere like? Because I want to understand what it was for the gig goers that pay money to attend this gig, what it was like. Then I will form my own personal viewpoint. Nothing to force the scene on. But it's my own personal viewpoint, and then I'll decide whether is this something or people that I'm willing to provide or to support. In terms of even printing of posters or whatever, or even supplying wristbands or whatever. Or I mean,
CDs,
producing CDs for bands, things like that. Right. So it's again, I'll make my own value judgment on that lah. Again, you will not usually see me publicize this type of value judgment because there's no point. It's personal judgment. It's my own opinion.
Gary, this caution, right, or wariness, right, it must stem from somewhere. Where did it stem from?
So, in the past, when we talk about the golden age of our scene, in the 90s, where we had labels like Pony Canyon, EMI, they came to the scene, they signed up with a lot of the so-called underground bands, give them deals on albums, or bring them on tours, neighboring countries or whatever. But then the thing is, towards past the mid-90s, the labels pull out from the scene because there was such an oversaturation of bands that wanted to so-called get the deal. So anybody who just form a band, hey, let's form a band just to try and get a record deal or whatever, album deal or whatever. So there was that saturation of bands that a lot of them disappeared overnight because they couldn't get what they want, because the labels realized that shit, maybe in those days when in 93 when hardcore was at this, Lion City hardcore was at this peak, we could get a lot of good band. But now every Tom, Dick and Harry also wants to become a hardcore band. So it becomes oversaturated, and there's no more commercial appeal. So remember, these are labels. They look at commercial money. Okay, it's not about helping to push you. No, it's about money. What I can make from you. So when there's no more commercial appeal, I'll cut my losses. It's no point to sign on another hardcore band, another odd rock band, another indie band. Everybody is an indie band.
Literally.
Yeah, literally. So throughout And then every 10 or 12 years, there'll be people that try again. Every 10 or 12 years, there will be people from the outside the scene that will try again to slide into the scene, hope to get something. But then, maybe after 1-2 years, it fizzles out, and then they either close down or they go away, and the band is just left hanging there. It's happening, and it, of course, is very happening now, especially in the last 1 year. So I've seen past ghosts from from the days gone by of our underground scene, past ghosts from 30 years ago, 20 years ago now, trying to slide back into the scene. But they're smart now. They go for the younger bands. The younger bands that do not know the history or do not know what has happened in the past, or they have no point of reference for them to ask anybody about. They go for these younger bands. And I'm seeing signs of it. They organize shows. We got a proper show. And I think this is just another way of trying to hook the younger bands, because the older ones know what is happening. All right, the older ones know what's happening. They may have heard people experience, or they may have experienced themselves. So they will avoid them like the plague. But the newer ones, if I can give you a chance to, why not I give you a chance to perform 3 shows? Something like that. I give you good stages and that. So that I call this kind of like a pseudo co-op of the underground scene by mainstream or semi-mainstream people or corporations to try and ride on the trend of what's happening in the underground scene. So right now in the underground scene, hardcore is a big thing. Indie bands are a big thing.
Metalcore now.
Metalcore is starting to come up, right? Even rap and hip hop is starting to make a big comeback also to the underground, especially to the underground scene, not to the mainstream scene. So they are trying to ride on this to, extract as much money as possible to try and make money from it, So I'm seeing all this because the people that are doing this, coming back and trying to co-op all this, I know them. You see, I know their history. I know what they've done in the past. So I guess it's just hopefully for bands to be aware. If you're not sure, you can always ask. There are people in the scene who are still around from, not me, but there are others in the scene who are still around from the days gone by. They are more than happy to sit down and let you at least understand what was happening in the past. And then they're not asking you to force you to make a decision, but you make your own decision. But you need to at least be aware of what's happening. And then when you do that, I talked to 1 or 2 or 3 of younger bands, and they realized that, no wonder they were saying this was a show. It was like that. No wonder they were saying that, after that. So I said, it's the same modus operandi, the same MO as in the past. So I'm not asking you not to work or to work. I'm just letting you be aware. I'm letting you be aware of what was to happen, and then you guys make your own value judgment. Whatever it is, you as a band, I'll still support you. All right? I may not support the show, but I'll still support you as a band. So if you're an underground band, if you're an organic underground band, it doesn't mean that, you play in one of these shows, I'm going to, you can FO, I'm not going to provide anything to you. I don't care. But you want to do CD, go and look for outside, don't look for me. No, I'll still support you. Okay, because at the end of the day, you came from our scene. And I think it is, if you're organic, I think it's only right that I support you, or as much as I can. So I think, you're right. There are these things happening. So I'm just, I'm just sitting by the sideline eating popcorn and taking notes. I'm like the coach. I'm the scout. Just taking notes. But I'm taking notes and I'm reviewing them to see if there's any connection with what happened in the past.
But I think it's important though. Like how I see it is you provide. You kind of do your thing. Right, like you take photos and all that kind of stuff, and like you help out with the printing and stuff. But it's the important interactions in between, the conversations that we have that these people don't have, because they see it as like they see numbers. Like, you got this pool and whatnot.
Correct.
But we have the Mamat after gig. We have the conversations in between,
and that's something I think that is actually one of the legs of a DIY scene. it's not just about going to the gig and then like, oh, okay, see you all, bye-bye. The after gig or the pre and post gig interaction, right? Be it at makan or whatever, or even after gig, everybody just, just chill out before going home, everybody just chill out, cool down from the gig. And then they chat, they talk. Yeah, because this is what keeps the scene alive, the little connections here and there. And, this is one of the signs of an organic scene, right? In inorganic scene, it's like I go Esplanade, I buy a ticket, after I fuck off because
Esplanade. It's an event, and that's it.
Yeah, the band's not going to talk to me.
Yeah.
The band's going to go to their green room already. The ushers are going to come and say, "Can you all fuck off because we need to close out. We need to close the doors." Yeah, okay. So where? What do you want us to do? Whereas, if you go to a gig at Y Entertainment or you go to a gig at 526 or you go to an underground gig at Black Box or whatever, it's like, hey, we can go for Mamak, whatever, go Jalani or whatever, Makan, Macpherson Cafe, whatever. And that's where you sit down and you start to understand each other, and that's where your friendships and the connections you make in the scene are. I mean, I think this is my 10th year, right, of doing the archiving. Came back in 2016.
Damn.
Doing now, it's 10 years already. It's like fucking a decade of my life, right? But the amount of connections I have built with both the old and the young, it's just amazing. Because you see...
Who's the old, yeah? You the oldest, no?
Okay lah, not okay lah, I give a name Bas lah. Bas is still younger than me. Okay, sorry, Bas is still younger than me.
So when you said the old is there, just one person.
No, there are others in the same age group. There are others in the same age group. Hey, don't like that lah. You still got some going lah, some going.
But some old.
Yeah, majority are the young ones lah, right? Majority are like majority are under 30s. That's for sure. There are some that's mid 30s, right? But then the thing is that the thing is that the connections are built. And then you can chat after a gig, before a gig. You just catch up with one another at house things. Wow, did you go for the gig last week? Yeah, it's good, man. There was this thing, and we like the song. And I think this is a very organic way of gigs culture. So I hope that this carries on. And actually, this is what I thrive on when going to gigs. Yeah, shooting photo, setting up a GoPro, record, take photo. That's one thing, but this interactions is what thrive on. People ask, you shoot 3 gigs in a day. You shoot 3 gigs in a row. Let's say Friday, Saturday. You're not tired? Not really. Usually after a gig, you may feel a bit tired, but when you start interacting with others, it's like, yeah, shit, that's it. Okay, the energy gets refreshed again because fire more. You want to know more and learn more, or learn from each other. What's your favorite song from the gig? Yeah, okay, man. Yeah, it was good, man. The riff was that, and then you see the crowd was like crazy. This fool was hanging onto the pole. This is real organic interaction, and this is something that perhaps I won't say all, but perhaps most mainstream gigs that you go to will not be able to provide you with this, because first off, the ticket price will be a barrier already. $10, $15, $20, actually most everybody can go, but maybe if it's a $170 gig, probably only 1 or 2 of you can afford the rest. Like, hey, never mind, you all can't tell me about it. Give me an after action report after your gig. I can't afford it. So you lose already, right? You get, instead of a gang of a group of 5 or 6 that usually hang together, now it's like only 2 of them go. And you all submit, hey, any headphone just take then just give me after action report.
I watch your stories Kennedy IG stories.
So that's the sad part, right? Everybody should have a chance to be with their friends, to enjoy music together, especially after going through the dark period of COVID, right? Everybody realize how important it is, right? For music, live music, for us, not to say earn money, but for us to even exist day to day, because we go through shit in a week. We need something to release the stress on weekends.
Yeah.
Live music is, but then we cannot be afford to pay $200 every weekend for gigs. That's like $800. Not everybody is working. There are people that are still studying. There are people, students, whatever. So I'm also happy that we have organizers currently, very very organic organizers in the scene. You see their stories on IG, right? They will post up like, me, the tickets are selling fast. If you have financial issues, please come and talk to us. Right? Come and talk to us at the show, or come and DM us. We can work something out. Okay? No one will be denied because of that. And there's actually a movement going on in the US. I think they call it no one turn away for lack of funds. Okay, so it's NOTLFLOF.
Long, sir.
Yeah, this is actually a movement. I saw it on Instagram. So it's like no one turn away for lack of funds. Okay, that we will find a way for you to enjoy the gig, even if it's not for the whole gig. Okay, so
Even if it's not for the whole gig.
yeah, some of
Pay
them,
forward,
okay, tell what you come in when the last band is performing, the so-called headliner.
Oh,
This is probably what you want to see.
okay.
Okay, we're not turning support away from the opening band, but you know, the organizers also got to be fair to those that buy a ticket, right? So I like this movement, and but we have organizers like Blacklisted, Dog Swing, you know, they're doing all this, right? They post on the Instagram, you know, stories, you know, if you have financial issue or whatever, come and talk to us at the show or DM us. We can work something out. They don't say, oh, you know, you have no money, fuck off. Okay, talk to us. We can work something out. And I think this is what part of the DIY culture is, right? The ethos of DIY is we try and take care of everybody. Okay.
Anybody that abuse the system.
If you ask me,
Maybe.
statistically, I'm sure there is.
Right.
I think they are in the very, very minority. Or I have not heard of any stories, but I believe even if they are, it's in the minority. So that is good because the scene. Let's put it this way: the underground scene, more or less, we know more or less lah. Okay, who are the regulars? Who are the ones that, so
If they
if
do
you
it
do
once,
you
they
do
know,
something like this, right? It's
know,
very easy. It's so
Yeah.
easy to spoil. How many?
How many times you want to?
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, hello, bro. Cannot be for every dog
I
swing
see,
gig
yeah.
you've been doing it.
I
Right?
see you go Starbucks buy drink, then you cannot buy gift ticket.
Rokok already.
Rokok already.
So
I got no money, but then let's.
I smoke 120 pack. Hey, bro, one pack less, you can attend a gig already. Okay?
True.
So, I think I'm sure that, but I believe they are in a very, 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 very super minority. It's fine lah. I mean, one or two persons doesn't cause the gig to lose money. At the end of the day, we just want I think we appeal to the majority lah, right? We can't do for everybody. We can't make everybody, but we appeal to the majority. And as long as the majority enjoys it and gets to see it, I think that's important for any. It's not only in Singapore lah. But what I say today probably can apply to every underground scene in every country. You know, from Malaysia all the way to the US, all the way to Europe. It doesn't matter. The ethos is always the same. Yeah. But I'm also aware that in the US, there's also mainstream organizers trying to co-op into the underground scene. You know, they take over venues and then you know they start raising prices. They take merch cut, which I think is the stupidest idea for any venue to do.
Merch cut.
Yeah, you know, which is I think thankfully we don't have it in Singapore. Or even in Asia Asia that I know of lah. I know Malaysia, I have not heard of things like this, or Indonesia, things like that, which I think is stupid, right? You are just providing a venue. The guys already pay you for the rental venue. What do you mean that you're going to take a percentage of their merch sales for doing what? Unless you tell me you supply stuff to them.
Table space.
Yeah. So it's nonsense, what? So you can see that actually in the US, you can see, you follow some of the bands, things like that. This is happening in the US. And I think in some countries in Europe, some venues, so they are rightfully getting called out. But then because they don't care because they are owned by big corporations.
Okay, so pertaining to that, right, your point number 3, right, is gatekeeping the only way to prevent the gentrification of the scene? So pertaining to this,
I never like to use the word gatekeeping because gatekeeping means that
you cannot.
You control, right? You become the controller, you know. Berhenti jangan masuk jangan
Sir, stop sir.
Yeah, which is ethically is wrong because we want the scene to be open for everybody. But in this context, yes, perhaps gatekeeping might be the only issue. Not the only issue, the only way. But not to say, but gatekeep in the correct manner. Either you call them out. If once you got enough evidence, you call them out, or you educate or let people be aware of what is happening. All right. But you can call it gatekeeping. I'll probably say it's kind of like a sub part of gatekeeping, like you're ring fencing the scene from undesirables. People that will want to come in and tear the scene apart with price ticket warfare, with class warfare. You know, you can afford it, good for you. You cannot afford it, too bad, bro. It sucks to be you. You know. So perhaps gatekeeping might be one of the ways to protect the scene from these sort of things. Because I think I posted this sentence like probably more than a year ago on my Instagram or something like that. It's one of the big Instagram story. You know, my annual menopause rant.
Menopause.
But if I was a very good boy, I didn't really do much rant last year. But I think it was 2 years ago. I think so. I posted one and I end off with a sentence in the post that the poser of today is the gatekeeper of tomorrow.
Right.
Okay, and I think this is very true because the posers in this case are not referring to people that wear a shirt and doesn't know 3 songs. No, that's not the poser. I'm talking about people that come in and trying to get you to be like, hey, abang, hey, I'm from the scene also. But then there are people in the scene who are old enough to remember, like, no, we never see you from the scene before. Even if you say you go to gigs, for a person that shoot 140 gigs a year, never really see you at any of these gigs. Maybe 1 gig, 2 gig. So, but they want to build this thing like, hey, I'm one of you guys. Okay, so support me. You know, and once you get into that thing, right, that poser will eventually be, if he sucks enough people to support him, he will eventually be able to maybe in a way set a benchmark for prices, unaffordable prices, put on only shows that have certain production values, right? And then eventually may tell the local bands to fuck off because I only want to do touring bands only. I only want to put touring bands on stage. I'm not going to willing to put any opening bands. Or even if I get opening band, the most I can't pay you. The most I give you a table to open merch. That's all. Okay.
I take the merch card.
Yeah. Who knows, man? So these things are actually happening. Okay, these things are happening. Thankfully, they're not a lot, but these things do happen. So yeah, perhaps the gatekeeping might be one of the necessity weapons that the underground scene needs to use to protect itself. Okay, the gate is still open to everybody. Okay, we're not gatekeeping the crowd that come in.
Not the crowd,
Yeah, we're gatekeeping the process, or the people that wants to co-opt the process, co-opt the underground. Because you got to understand, in the underground scene, we work a lot of us in the underground scene, we work a lot on trust. Right? Hey bro, you make sure backline can venue. We work a lot on trust. We are paying, of course we are paying, but we work on the trust that we work together to put on a good show for everybody. So there's a level of trust. All right? We don't need to sign contractual agreements. Okay, like, hey bro, I need to sign a 5-page agreement with you that you rent the venue to me. These are bad. There's a lot of trust.
Well, I never even think of it like that.
Yeah.
That's
Try doing this with Esplanade. I think you got to fucking get a whole binder of documents to sign, man.
There's like bureaucracy involved.
Yeah, you spill water on the floor, I charge you for cleaning fee $150, which is what? No, there are venues in US that charge for cleaning fee $150.
Just say you wanted to say something.
Oh no, the last one, so we had to sign the thing.
But that one is like...
I calculate wrongly there.
But it's like before that, right? Like when we do the show, we never like... It's just based on like messages.
It's trust. It's trust. Yeah. We are trusting one another that everybody upholds the end of the deal so that the show goes on. Right. Yeah. So this is DIY. By right, it should be legally written down in case anything happens. But by left, most of the time, it has been the process. It has been the way we do things. For as long as you can remember. Okay, it's a matter of trust. So for people to come in from outside the scene and to take this level of trust and turn it into putting in a SOP, a legally binding process where there's no room for you to maneuver. Ask you for 5150, you give me a 5150 plus, fuck you, I want a 5150. Like, there's no room for discussion. And my worry is that this thing may eventually erode people's trust in one another in the scene. You want to do it in the mainstream, backstab each other by stealing each other's headline band, that's your own fucking problem. Don't bring that nonsense into our scene. Okay, we know what's happening out there, right? You two big organizers, you want to fuck each other by taking each other's bands, go for it.
Do we want to talk about that particular incident the most?
No.
Okay, never mind.
And we are back.
that one we can leave it for the next episode.
Yeah.
That will be a whole topic by itself.
Yeah.
But I mean,
2 years time.
leave all this skullduggery, chicanery, leave it outside our DIY scene. We do not have time for this type of nonsense and these type of people in our scene. We're there, the guys and the guys and girls that put on the show, as organizers, as bands, as crew, they're there to put on a show. The audience comes, everybody gets to enjoy it, everybody goes home sweaty, but the music is still in the head. Everything. That's it. This week is done. Let's look forward to the next week. There's no time in between to go and get involved in all this nonsense. So, and I really hope this will carry on, because the moment this thing changes, or this method changes, or this process gets co-opted into something mainstream look-alike, that may be the start of a decline in our underground scene, because people get fed up with things that are happening. All right, so yeah, you're right. Gatekeeping may be the only way. Maybe the only way, actually.
That's a nice question, sir. Just
Well, he's on his talking points.
Yeah, it's on top, but he skipped number 2 lah. He goes straight to number 3.
the way you
Satu,
segue,
tiga.
Hey, my organic guys, you don't have to.
This is organic
Eh,
flow.
organic flow lah. Dua, kos dua, hilang lah dua.
So second question.
So
Pertaining to number.
we backtrack to number 2 lah, I guess.
Okay, I mean, we can say that number 1, point 1 and point 3, it kind of like it encapsulates one another lah.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
nice opening ending.
I see what you did also lah. It's like a very nice, like, callback to it.
Yeah.
But
This
right
is what
now,
happens when you're not working and you got all the time to sit there, and then you see people share posts. Hey, what is he sharing about? Oh, and then you kind of like, okay, I save. So bloody Instagram is full of safe Instagram posts, and I got to go back there and review. Actually, why did
you
I
actually
save
use the
this?
save function.
Yeah, I use the save function. Yes, I do use it because
I don't.
there are certain points that maybe not the whole post, but there may be 1 or 2 points in there which I feel is very relevant.
Right, which is the next 3 lah. So okay, we backtrack to number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Flash the question here.
Flash, itu masalah.
How you want to flesh out a question around point number 2?
Secondly,
This one, secondly, this one you need to just go on already.
And then
Yeah. The lack of consistent media resources for the underground scene, certain subgenres, or the entry of profit-minded media to the scene with an entitlement mindset. Okay, we covered a bit of it just now already.
a bit.
The
But
resources
there's a bit more that we can expand on this.
Okay.
I'll try to do a not too long one. Okay. So
You got a lot of time,
after 10 years of, I think in total now I probably have. I'm probably coming close to 700 gigs already lah in 10 years. Some people don't even get to see half of that in their life in their lifetime. I'm shocked. When I say archive, it's not only in terms of video, but in the early days I didn't do video; it was only photography. So both photos and videos. Right? So it's like almost 700 gigs all the way from decline days to now. I think most people in the scene probably can attest to that. So it's not me just saying lah. But I think media consistency at gigs. Sorry, let me rephrase that. The consistent presence of media in our underground gigs has always been a very, very fluctuating situation.
Right.
So I remember when I came back and then I started shooting in Decline. I think I was pretty much the only one. I mean, there are people that do bring their cameras and shoot. But
I mean, we used to jam on like Wednesday, Thursday night. Then you will come and like, hey guys, let me hook up my GoPro.
So you remember that's 2016, 2017, back in the days, right? So there are people that still shoot, but we're talking about consistency as in every show, every weekend.
Right.
Some shoot because their friend's band is playing, so they shoot their friend's band. After that, camera keep, it's time to mosh. But I remember the first gig I shot at Decline was I think it was April or May 2017, and it was one of the bands that performed was Fuse. It was actually the debut gig of Fuse. Okay, when Fuse it was the very first gig. So I remember I shot that whole gig together. There were other bands like Triangle, Eat Shit and Die, Triangle from KL, Eat Shit and Die from KL, and there were other bands playing also. And then after the gig, Armin, came to me and asked me, bro, you just now I see you shooting, you shoot every band. I was like, yeah, I shot every band. See, every set you shot. I said, yeah, I will stay for the whole gig. I'll shoot every band. I'm there. I'm there. So I'm going to shoot for every. I'm not going to, hey, I'll shoot for you and then the rest. At that time, I just came back, so I don't even know who is Fuse yet.
Right.
Right. Some of the other bands I heard before, but I'm not familiar with Fuse. Spirits, I heard of them before, but I've not really seen them perform before I came back to see. So, since I'm there, and my equipment is all there already, just shoot. So that went on. And then, of course, the guys that organized the gigs at Decline, they became familiar with me. They're like, okay, you are really here for the whole gig. You're not here to like only shoot the popular band, then you go out makan and come back later. I said, no. When I'm here, I'm here. Okay, you hardly see me go downstairs, do whatever. The most I take my coat, I drink inside the venue.
But you also don't smoke.
And I don't smoke. Okay, so the most but I still stay inside the venue or I stay along the corridor and I drink my coke or eat my bread. After that, when the next set comes in, I'm already there already. Yeah. So, I think, but then of course, just after pandemic, we have media, other people that are shooting photographs like Zeno, Shukri, and then we have Wayne, Nemesis, Wayne Nemesis, and then we have Jocelyn. So I start to see more regulars. All right, Nas. Okay, Nas also came in. But then I think if you look at it today, I think consistently wise, it has now been me only. Because Zeno is now so busy with work, he has not been really shooting gigs for a long while already. Shukri, I don't know when was the last time I saw him, but I just saw him last week at Counterparts. But it's been a long break since I last saw him.
And we're back.
And we're back with Ghost Maps.
We shall keep that one in.
Yes, scary, yeah.
2 times in a row.
No, the thing is just like, there's something wrong there. Like,
Getting off, no?
yeah.
I did not bring any pop products into this room.
No, we didn't hear anything also.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
There is
a bit
scary
scary.
shit.
Your next guest should be both of them from Ghost Maps, the famous Hantu podcast.
You bring talisman put your head the next
My body, yeah.
I should bring my camera here. This one's a camera. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying that, I do understand the reasons why people that would like to shoot the scene can't do it consistently, because in terms of real life things do take precedence, right? Your work,
life,
your job, your relationship, your family, your career. I understand. And it's not fair for me to tell people, hey, you're from the scene. If you want to shoot, be for the scene. Don't fucking go and do your work. Fuck your work, man. The scene is not your work. So, probably I have the luxury or the environment to be able to do it this way, right? I can go out 4 nights a week and shoot. Nobody's going to tell me anything, right?
Your own wife also never say anything.
My wife is fact. She's happy that I'm shooting because she knows where I'll be.
Okay, encourage
she knows that it's only you and your underground music. Or where else can you go?
We got Shagari actually.
You're not going to go to. You're not going to go to the closest you go to Geylang is Wire Entertainment at RGB Road, or Red Studio at Pavilion Square. You're not going to go to there, and then you're not. I'm not worried, right? No matter how that the only purpose you're staying out late at night until 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. If you go after gig, you go for supper, and you come home. It's either that or you're at home playing your World of Tanks until 5 o'clock in the morning and you sleep, right? Or whatever,
So basically, Gary, you're too much of a nerd that your wife don't care.
Most of my hobbies are indoors.
I didn't get it.
With
Don't think I can go to Geylang.
Although I grew up in Geylang. But then most of my hobbies are indoors. It was never outdoor hobby. Photography, and last time when I played remote control, gas-powered cars, that was the only outdoor hobby I had. Everything else, from comics to modeling to plastic modeling to printing or whatever, it's all indoor hobby, gaming, right? So there really isn't a need for me to go outside unless my hobby is outside. So essentially, I do understand why. So I'm not complaining that there's a lack of media resources in the sense that, oh, we don't have photographers come and shoot. I understand. Not everybody perhaps have the same situation as me that to be able to go out or shoot every gig. You know, maybe the other half might say, hey, Day, weekends, you don't need to accompany me. I know. Okay. I have the luxury because I've been married 27 years. Okay. Your face is still the same even after I come home. So it's okay. Okay. So, but I think what I'm looking at is that there are certain, not a lot, okay, I need to stress, not a lot yet, but there are certain media entities that are creeping their way into our scene. And I'm not sure about the details that they may have arranged. So I'm not sure
Culture pass.
well, I'm not sure if the bands or the organizers are getting not fair, I don't want to use the word fair, equitable deal, okay, for this outing. Because I can tell you, I am very protective of the media that I archive and record. Okay, during pandemic, I have people that so-called work on behalf of a certain big venue in Singapore. Okay, media companies are asked if they can use my footage of bands that they have. They go through my YouTube. They saw some bands' performance that declined. They want to use it for a documentary, or I have some that say they want to use it for a paid documentary about the underground scene. My reply to them has always been that I can provide you with the files, but the understanding is that it must not be behind a paywall.
Right.
Okay.
Not
The
even
file-
if you get paid.
I don't get paid. So you cannot ask the people that want to view the files that I shot used by you cannot ask them to pay. Because even I don't get paid. But if you do want them to pay, I'm going to charge you a fee so high that either you think twice about it or you pay up and I take this money,
Upgrade
and I
your server.
invest it back into the scene. Okay? Maybe I'll start a fund. This gig, every gig, just I pay for 10 tickets with this fund. Something like that.
Yeah.
But so I have all these emails. I still keep all these emails. Proper Gmail. I keep all these.
You put all the label, different color.
No, I don't do like that.
Not do like that.
I should print them out and frame them out. But then, this is to remind me that I'm given a certain privilege by organizers and bands to be in a venue to shoot. I think the last thing that I should do is to take advantage of this and turn it into money and then keep the money for myself. If you say I sell the prints or I sell the videos on DVD and then I take the money and invest back into the scene, fair enough. But even then, I will still feel very uncomfortable because I'm given a certain privilege. So this privilege should not turn into a financial gold mine for that. Legally speaking, yes, under international copyright law, the photographer owns every video and photo, regardless of whether the subject gives the approval or not, because this is under international law. But then, it's not fair for me to take that and say, oh, it's mine and I can do whatever, I will make money out of it.
Yeah.
So, I don't expect people from the outside, media companies, to take my thing and you want to make people pay for it. No way am I going to allow you to do that. I will charge you a fee so high, either you drop the idea or you go and look for other people. But I know you can't look for other people because there's nobody else doing it.
So means you never kena cease and desist or what before?
Ah,
Lai Liao, come ready.
Share.
there has been one band.
Oh.
Oh shit.
One band. How many band members?
So, all the
let,
daily
me,
questions.
let me put it this way. It's not from our underground scene.
Okay.
But it so happened
Of course,
that,
it's not, definitely.
but it so happened, but it's an underground, but it's an underground gig. It's an underground gig.
It was at underground gig.
It was an underground gig. I declined.
Okay, let's
Oh,
ask
narrow
more leading
down.
questions.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give. I don't go detail lah.
We know that.
5-piece, 6-piece, 4-piece.
I'm not paiseh because you know why?
Singer, male, female.
I always welcome everybody to come and cancel me. I'm not paiseh, but the thing is, it's so long ago.
Right.
But it has that type of structure of what's the famous European band that had that female vocalist that was demanding the photographer to take photograph to pay her. Angela something, the one with the white hair. So it had almost very similar situation. I think you know what I'm talking about. I think you know which one. There was a big hoo-ha about that before pandemic.
This one was suddenly 1 hour later.
Yeah, suddenly
remember.
later at Mama store we will remember already. Yeah. But you know who I'm talking about? I think it's Angela something. I think that she was the blonde hair. She's a metal band. Right. So the summary is that this was an underground gig organized by an underground band. This particular band was just one of the opening bands, and I think they got invited to play because they were friends with the band, headline band. Okay. I actually bought a ticket because I wanted to buy the ticket together with the CD and the tarot card set for this band, which I like. I like the music. Okay, because I saw them perform at Anarchy Rocks the City. So when they had this album launch, I was so happy for them.
Lot of clues it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Tarot card, Anarchy.
I was so happy for them. No, they performed at Anarchy Rocks City, but this gig, their
their
album launch
own
was
lah.
at Decline. So I was very happy for that. I bought the ticket set because I wanted to buy together with the CD and the set of tarot cards, which I still keep at home very nicely. I never even take out tarot cards; it's still in the cardboard packaging, So as usual, in Decline days, I wasn't using GoPro in those days. I was using handphone. So my handphone is just mounted on a 3-meter light stand put next to Armin's sound mixer station.
Power bank.
Right? The usual.
No,
I use a plug.
Plug.
That time don't have power bank.
Is it the one you put with the fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
So then I took my photo lah. So after the gig, I was contacted by this band saying that, could you? And I already put the videos on YouTube, right? On my YouTube channel. So that, could you take down the video because there was one song inside there that we actually haven't released yet.
Oh.
So I was like, but I paid for a ticket, what? And the band that organized the gig, it was organized by the band themselves, have no restrictions on me shooting or things. So I think I can choose to do what I want with the files. Nobody can say anything.
Right. Gig over go, gig never sign EULA before going. Cannot do this, cannot do that.
This is underground gig. We don't sign the stupid 3 songs rider and then you cannot shoot after the third song. Yeah, you can leave it for the mainstream bands, right? So to me, it's like, so I refuse. Then is the vocal, I think it's the husband, whatever, came back, right? So to me, I was like, I said, you find a way to take it down. I'm not going to take it down. I'm not going to take it down. Anyway, you're not even part of an underground scene. You are really a pseudo underground band that try to. You're never part of a scene. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I can't be bothered to waste time on. I have no time for all this nonsense, unless the one that organized it tell me, hey, maybe you don't put. But eventually, I also take down the video. You know why? No point promoting your band anyway. Your band sucks anyway. It doesn't matter.
So instead of you edit out one song, you cut out the whole.
No point. Right.
Anyway,
they over the years, they tried to ingrain themselves into other, but they've been turned down by a lot of people in our scene. You're not part of our scene. Just go do your mainstream thing and don't kind of disturb us as well. The scene will still survive without you. The scene survives without you. You're nobody. It's to us. So it's okay. I guess the band is they're not very. They used to be kind of active. I think today it's like they're not properly not active anymore. And they're still around, but they're not active anymore. To me, it's I can't be bothered. I got more. I have my energy which I reserve for the scene. Yeah, I have none. I have no time to waste all it. You can talk to me face to face. Don't go and send me Facebook messages. All this. I don't give a shit about your Facebook message. What can you do? What can you do to me? Cut me off from gig. Cut me off from gig because I don't get paid to attend gig anyway. I'm spending money attending gigs in terms of transport and buying hard disks, storing all this files. So if I don't go to gig, I save money, right? Then. It's not my job. I don't depend on the scene for a living. I don't earn a living from the scene. Anyway, I'm semi-retired. I don't have a job in a sense, right? I'm providing affordable, very very affordable printing services to the scene to produce CD whatever. Hey, doesn't matter to me. Think I can still survive without it. Yeah, it's nice to have a scene. Yeah. But if push comes to shove, it's okay, man. I'm 10 years. I've shot probably more than what people have seen in their lifetime. So I welcome anybody. I always tell people, I don't view other photographers as competition. I view them as come in and shoot. But if you want to be passionate about it, be consistent. Don't blow hot and cold. And don't turn up only when there's a big
band.
popular band.
Yeah.
And then you only shoot their set.
Oh.
And that's why the thing I thought about, not only about in the scene, but also in certain subgenres. There are certain subgenres in our underground scene that don't get the love of the media. Okay, very good case in point. Noise gigs, harsh noise gigs, right? The guys from Matarabang, you know, or Ship Busy, sometimes they put on noise gigs. Usually, I'm the only one shooting there because noise gigs are very challenging. Lights are off, flashing lights, strobe lights from the pedals or whatever, right? It's challenging. And then the last thing you want is to use a flash. Okay,
You gotta talk about flashes
there's
also.
nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with use of flash, but you need to use it indiscriminately, lah. Right? You take one shot, fine, lah. You take 20 shots of like that one on the Reddit, the female photographer,
not funny,
and
sia,
the
that
hardcore, that one. I don't blame the hardcore guy. I don't blame it at all. Nobody would like flash blitzkrieg in their faces. Like, bro, I can shoot without a flash. Why can't you? And you are professional. What sort of fuck professional are you that you have to? Then I said, ask the venue, switch off all the lighting, turn on white lights, and we solve all
Save your flash battery.
Save your flash battery.
Turn on the lights.
Actually, I like. I remember every time we do shows, right? I'll be like, can we just leave the lights fucking on? Right.
Well, if it's too bright, it's not nice.
No, I mean not until like secondary school hall kind of bright lah. But like,
Sometimes the singer don't want to see the audience. Like, I don't see. I want to see a pitch of blackness.
Okay. Just I understand what you mean. Like our previous gig, the light was still a bit dim.
Yeah, but it's on.
Yeah, it's
No,
on.
but the lighting is to give the atmosphere. Certain type of bands or music, you cannot have harsh light.
yeah, true.
So noise being a very spatial type of awareness, type of sounds, right?
Yeah.
White noise. You cannot have harsh light blinding in your eyes, bright lights, and then you like looking at the guy. No, you want it to be in that dim, dark. You need lights from the pedals or instrument reflecting on his face, so that when you take a photo, you see perhaps a blue or red light on his face. It's actually from the glow of the instrument. That is the total experience of what it's like. So, then genres like noise, genres like skinheads, crust punk, okay, not many would go and shoot. They view them as not commercially popular for my portfolio. Okay, I do know there are photographers that are shooting for portfolio, not commercially popular for my portfolio, and will not help me gain entry into events, bigger events style of shooting.
Gain entry.
Which is probably
Because
like their agenda lah.
they're building up a portfolio, right?
That's what they want lah.
Yeah, so I can't blame them lah, right? So that's what I mean by your commercial mindset lah.
Right.
You're not shooting because you love the scene. No, you're shooting because you got
wanna make
your
this-
own reasons for it.
Your own agenda.
Which doesn't
Yeah,
help the scene unless you can prove that it helps the scene lah, right? And the other thing being that other than this commercial, so also the second part of the question is because I think I did send to Zan, so it's like I think a couple of weeks ago lah. So we don't give names, but those that read it will know because there are people in the hardcore scene actually shared the post, commenting on it. So there are people who were not from the scene. Now the thing is, the person that posted this, I do not know him intimately, but I do know where he came from because he was not even from our scene. He was just it happened to be on one of those years where I was shooting babies. So I only shot babies twice in my life. So one of the, I think it was 2019 or 2020, one of those things. He was one of the budding photographers. So he saw me shooting because I was shooting at Waterfront, exclusively at Waterfront Theatre for all the bands. Because a couple of bands there that were performing and I was shooting for them. So I was shooting 3 days I was there. 2 days or 3 days. So after the thing was over, he contacted me, he said, can he come and shoot? And I said, I can put you in touch with the underground organizers. You can shoot lah, you know. So he came, I think he came for a couple of gigs lah, right? There was like a crust punk gig, there was some hardcore gig, whatever lah, you know. Then I think less than a year later, I think in total he probably only shot less than 15 gigs or 20 gigs lah. Yeah, a couple of, then 1 year later, sort of like not around anymore lah. Then before
Not
I know
around.
it, then before I know it,
Not active, not around like pass away.
yeah,
Not active anymore.
I started to veer into shooting. I started to veer into shooting other subjects which are not underground scene. But then, before I know it, the shots that he took, it was actually put on sale.
Sale?
Yeah.
Like what, he put watermark all this?
No, he printed out on white format
Wow.
printer. It has a bit of a mini exhibition, and then it's put for sale. He got the artist to come and sign. Or you are the artist and you can sign. It's a big...
Oh, then monetization all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Then after that, no news. I think I totally don't see him at the game. I mean, you expect that for a person that shoot 120 gigs a year, I probably will bump you at least 5 times a year, right? And I shoot across all different genres, right? So at least I'll probably bump you at maybe some popular gigs also, right? Trendy gigs, but no. So, but then a few weeks ago, about a month ago, already, so he posted, and I think he became a professional photographer, not for our scene, for events or whatever. But he was he was commenting on he was commenting on things like
Typical.
when we shoot for music event, why can't we as photographer have our own way of shooting? Why must we listen to the band or listen to the management? Then I was thinking like, so that post, when I read that, I was like, I think you got your priorities wrong. If you are engaged by a band or organizer to shoot for the gig, you fucking jolly well listen to what they want, not what you want.
Yeah.
You can offer suggestions. But if the band says, this is our style, this is the style of shots that we want, because that's been the way our band has been presented, you have no say in saying that I want my creative vision to override the band or the band management's vision. If you are getting paid or if you are getting hired,
Just do. Just do. I mean, getting
put it in a not so nice way. You are fucking dancing monkey. Just dance.
Yeah.
Because you are getting paid for it.
Yeah.
Unless they tell you, bro, you can't shoot for us, do whatever fuck you want. Go ahead.
And then we're not paying you also, so let's do.
Correct. But the audience is not going there to see the photographers.
So this is the entitlement where I think he wants to be. He's saying that, musicians have their creative thing. Photographers also have their creative. Like, yeah, but you do it at your own show, photo show, whatever. When you go to a gig, nobody gives a fuck about you as a photographer.
Yeah.
People are paying money to see the band, so you jolly well listen to the band and you jolly well listen to the management of the band, and you shoot in the style they want. You are not the vision. You are not the visualizer for them. You just shoot whatever you can to their style. If you think you don't like it, then don't take the job.
Okay, so pertaining to this, right? I know we discussed that time at the Admiralty Yong Tau Fu. We were talking
The
about
one that the drink store doesn't accept cash. I still remember.
now the Yong Tau Fu finally got paid now. Finally, no cash.
It's the one that me and Nash were there, we eating salted egg or something.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I remember, long time ago.
Now the whole place got paid now. QR
Got
code.
pay now, but then that time it was Saturday night where they do the what's that?
No, it was
maintenance.
I thought it was a drink store that did not accept wireless. The drink store was accepting only cash.
No, all don't have.
No,
All
all
don't
don't
have.
Because of that Saturday thing.
Bastards, yeah.
Oh, yeah, at night, the maintenance or something.
But the last time
No, they don't.
No. Oh,
They
they
don't
don't
have a sign
Yeah.
for QR code.
Oh, shit.
the last time we were all there, it's still only cash. But now all have already.
Maju.
Move with the times lah.
Oh, okay.
Maju.
Okay, anyway, yeah. So we were talking about like technique, right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, this is the proper way to frame the subject, blah blah blah. So a lot of like experts, or you say like well-versed people will say like you need to know the rules to
The
break
golden,
the rules.
the golden.
Yeah. Okay, so what's your take on that? Because I know you were lamenting a lot about people like, oh, your subject needs to be the center of the frame. Shut the fuck up.
To me, it's okay. So I think at time I also did explain that. So as a person that has done photography as a hobby in the beginning, but then became a serious hobby. In the last, I'm 55 this year, so it's like 40 years. 40 years. And not forgetting that. Not only do I shoot the music scene, I also got another group which I'm the editor of. A group of photographers where we shoot military related.
Yeah.
Right? We go on board
Army
aircraft, we do air to air, or we go to army bases or whatever. defense exhibition.
So if I put that same mindset, it's like, how come the army never?
I never put the tank that go over there.
They got public affairs department. Sure got some guidelines.
No, they don't have. They don't have.
They don't
Today, like, you got a camera, you can shoot whatever fight you want, just don't stand in front of the tank.
That's the one. Where's the one?
So at the end of the day,
1972.
at the end of the day, to me, after shooting for so many years, from film photography, analog film photography to digital photography, I can broadly classify photographers into two types. There is the technical photographer and there's a creative photographer. So the creative photographer has already a vision and an idea of how he wants a shot to look like. So he may follow whatever. Maybe it could be the golden rules of maybe it could be his own vision, whatever, But he already has an idea. So you'll be able to identify this out of shots because they are generally not a very linear shot.
Right.
They're a bit. It's not arty-farty. I don't use the word arty. They're more artistically inclined, right? But they know how to frame the subject in the sense that even if it's taken at a slanted projection or level, but the subject stands out because it makes you shoot from low and slant, it makes the subject look tall towards the diagonal end of the photo, right? It makes the subject look tall. These are creative techniques, or they know how to use flash or lighting, or direct or indirect lighting to frame the subject. So a creative photographer understands what sort of shots and vision he wants. The technical photographer has no such aptitude, but he knows the equipment inside out. So even if you put him in a room with one candle, he still can take the shot.
Right.
He knows how to push the camera right to the limit and perhaps a bit beyond. And he knows how to make the camera last not 1 year, not 2 years. It could be in the case of me, an 11-year-old camera. The camera lasts for 11 years. A couple of million clicks, nobody gives a shit. It still works. I don't need to change camera. So the problem with these two photographers is that they use the left and the right side of the brain. And very rarely do you find a photographer that uses both sides of the brains. A technical, creative photographer. So in my life, I probably only know two people, and one of them is actually in the military group as me. So his shots are not only creative, you talk about angles, right? But technically, he pushes the camera functions.
Right.
So, but it's rare. This is a very rare breed. So, the framing, I think like that. Okay, so I'm a technical photographer. I know nuts about design. I can't draw a straight line. Okay, don't talk to me about, can you give me a vision or creative? Fuck no.
Mood board all cannot do.
What I can do is, I make sure the subject is captured sharp and clear. That's all.
Right.
Okay? I'll try, and if I want to take a band shot, 5 of you on the stage, I'll try to cover 5 of you with a wide angle lens. Sharp, clear, you can use it.
That's your philosophy lah.
No, that's my skill set.
Oh, your skill set.
I cannot so that's why if you notice the photos I take, it's always straight, linear. It's either portrait or landscape. There's no like giddy gele, this one is like, no. I always look for a straight line as a point of reference, and I put my camera the inside the grid right against the straight line.
Right.
Because I know some people that, but you should tilt a bit so that if a band looks like it's forward. Yeah, but at the heat of the moment when I'm taking, right, I can only think of straight lines. Everything must be level. I level everything inside my camera grid, that's all. So I'm a technical photographer. But I can do without flash. You know why? I know how to push my ISO.
Right.
And I know how to remove the ISO if I need to. If I know how to remove the noise in software if I need to. But the shot that I take, I don't change the shot taken in the sense that if it's red light, it's red light.
So you don't do any editing in post or what?
So currently, I don't have time to do anything. So most of the time, I give bands the raw files. But when I shoot the raw files, I try to shoot them, if possibly with as little editing for the bands to use as possible.
So they can edit.
You can, because let's be honest, not every band is a photographer. There's a photography guy, right?
Right, true.
So
Maybe
if I
they
can
don't
give you
know.
shots that you can straight away use, maybe just make a bit brighter or darker. Yeah. Fine. And then if you are the subject, I'll shoot a bit more around you so that you want to crop at least you still got. Right?
Right.
So I'm not a creative type. I'm a technical. I give you enough information so that even if you edit it, you still get a reasonably good representation of yourself. And I will not edit or change the colors to, I think it's too red. Let's make it less red. Bro, it's red for a purpose.
Yeah.
Right? When glass mouth play is red, that is red for a purpose.
Red or white?
Yeah, if I want yellow or I want blue, I'll just tell the agent, why don't you turn to blue for them, right? No, they want red for purpose. There's an effect, right? So, as a technical photographer, I'm given a scene. I don't have to compose a scene. I'm given the scene, the elements compose themselves, the band, the stage, the lighting, and I just snap. I don't have creative input. I just snap.
Yeah.
I just snap as much as possible. Since I got a camera, since taking digital photography is free, I don't have to process a film. If I have to snap 500 shots, I snap 500 shots. It doesn't matter. I got 20 SD cards with me. It doesn't matter. Right? But the thing is to try and capture as much. If you got a chance to see a band perform on stage, then just shoot. Don't be picky. Right? Even if the lighting sucks, come on. If you are a photographer, you'll find a way to make it work. Right? Even if it's like a band that has strobe lights, everything, and pitch black, and then suddenly got strobe, you'll find a way to get yourself in position so that when a strobe light behind the guy pop, you see a silhouette, but you can still brighten enough to see the face of the guitar. There are ways to get things done. Yeah. Not everything needs to use. So I'm not against flash in the sense that the purpose, if you use it for a correct purpose, I'm against it being used so-called indiscriminately. Always remember that the audience pays a ticket to see the band. They really don't give a fuck about the photographer. Yeah, they don't pay to see you. So please do not indiscriminately flash the artist. Even if the artist can take it, the audience might not be able to take it. And I think, so let's put it this way lah. And that's probably because maybe it's our scene fault, the fault of our scene. We welcome everybody, but we also don't want to be bastards and lay down the rule.
Right.
Why not
even saying if you're annoyed at something?
No, but why not these photographers go to Esplanade or Capitol Theatre and use a flash and see what happens? Or go Bay Beach, be a budding photographer at Bay Beach. Use a flash. I challenge you. Use a flash at the Bay Beach gig at the Waterfront Theatre. I challenge you. You can do it. I buy you dinner and lunch. Because the sign is very clearly stated.
Dinner first, then the next day lunch.
Because the sign is very stated clearly.
Yeah, no flash
photography. Yeah. So if the mainstream scene, you respect the rules of no flash photography, why the fuck can't you do it in the underground? Why? Yeah. Just because we are too easygoing? Or because the band's like, fuck it, we never say anything. So you just flash it to your heart's content.
Okay, so what about that time, right? Sham and I kena. Oh, not kena. We were there for it. Like, certain photographers, aim the flash, right? No bounce cut, just aim the sky, right?
But the sky is our face. Don't even have a diffuser.
But the sky is our face.
And then he's not tall. Right,
he on kneeling down.
Not even he's stand already.
Stand. Same place talking about.
Yeah, and then we just keep.
When the camera is facing towards the stage, but the flash is in our face.
Yeah, just like
I've seen Noodle Brain Igma kena flash at here. During the gig, then he was playing his guitar. And he's like. He's trying to clear his eyes from the flash because the flash went directly off into eye level straight into his face.
No, but that one is the flash facing him. We are the audience. We shouldn't kena the flash.
Yeah.
So see,
it's creative next to.
So you see, I think perhaps it's because. So, going back to that first question, will gatekeeping solve this problem? Gatekeep in the sense that organizers or bands say that, look, you want to take photos, you want to take videos, by right, go ahead, but please don't fucking. Bazooka flash us in the eyes because we are playing. We need to see our instruments. We need to see our pedals. We need to tune our pedals. And when you get flash brightly, you get the little globs in the eye. It's very uncomfortable. Yeah. It's very uncomfortable. The eye is already acclimatized. So, as a band, when you're looking at the audience is dark. So the eyes are acclimatized. The eyes are maximum to take in low light. You give one big flash, the eye straight away reduce the vision, and that's what gives you that
Straight
little
dilate,
the little
shit.
the little globes that you see in your eyes, the little blue, yellow globe. That's because the eye straight away shrink down. So, if a proper mainstream venue can tell you and put advisory, and you don't dare to do it, right? How the fuck you don't do it at the
But then again, I don't think it's a case of like want to put rules also. It's like we got a lot of things to think about.
It's,
true.
no, it's actually.
Yeah, we do Asana.
So
No
I
flash
say that,
photography.
so should it
We
be,
make one
should it
sign
be-
Kennedy, yeah.
Should it be a gatekeeping by organizers? The organizers will not put in their posters that, please welcome to shoot. You're welcome to bring your camera and shoot, but don't fucking flash bomb the audience.
Yeah, but
Or flash bomb.
but what
You flash bomb
Jesse
the
say-
band is bad now. You flash on the audience is probably the worst scene you can ever do.
No, but what Jesse said, I think it's also the sad thing about like I guess photography in gigs is we also overlook it.
Yeah.
We never think that's why we
Because
you don't
because
see it lah.
photography is like I think not saying overlook it lah. I think there are more important things to look at. Okay, remember the photographer is not the main part of the show.
Yeah.
Your backline, your lighting, your venue, your band, these are the important parts. The ticket. The photographer is like we are here to just support the show and also have a good time lah. So. We should be the last thing that you need to put on the first of your list. No, there are way more important things in front of us. So by right, the photographer is supposed to have self-discipline to know what not to do and what to do right? If the photographer doesn't have the discipline, or the photographer does something which annoys the audience, then maybe either the band or the organizer you call out right? But again, perhaps our DIY culture in the scene is we are too kind we just we don't want to make a scene. People are here for a good time. Yeah, but you also got to protect the band, the organizer, and most importantly, the audience. The audience is not there to get flash in their eyes.
It's a bit like what we were talking at the start of the podcast also. It's like it's a bit hard to police in that way.
Yeah, and
who make
actually,
use of the system.
But actually, we also don't want to police. We don't want to police the scene that. Hey, might fucking go to a mainstream gig solve problem, right? Where everything we follow the rules. No, you don't follow, you get kicked out. So we don't want to. That is not our underground culture. We don't police the scene like go around doing that. No, we don't. We just try to. We appeal to common sense. Let's put it this way.
Yeah.
Okay, we appeal to common. It's like saying, do you want to police mosh pit behavior? By right, you shouldn't. It should be common sense, right?
Yeah,
But,
that's true.
things do happen. I think things happen. We can't anticipate all the time, but if they happen on the minority side, on the minority times, I think we can accept it lah. It's not like at every gig like that. Then we need to sit down and have a talk about somebody to put a post and talk about. Okay, so again, it's common sense lah.
Post-gig,
It's common sense and also this other person was bringing up about we photographers also we need to repair our equipment get damaged. I think, and I was like. Again, if you think your equipment is so valuable that it costs a lot of money, then don't fucking bring it to a gig. That's solve the problem.
Like that the musicians can also say, we bring our
Yeah,
instruments.
fucking flying V, flying V vendor, then you like, oh, my equipment, don't touch my bass. Yeah, I mean, so if you think your camera is so sensitive that it cannot take one knock,
Use a cheaper one.
no, don't bring it.
Don't
bring
bring
another
it.
one. Use your fucking handphone. A photographer can shoot any photo with any equipment, not necessarily a camera. If a photographer is a skill, not an equipment-based type of thing.
For musicians, you need a squire.
So it's actually
For me, as the action low can already.
Action look.
so essentially this is again. But this was the first time I seen somebody really post out something which is like, perhaps our scene is not for you lah. Maybe you're better off shooting for the big boys and you go shoot all those other venue. It's fine lah. Leave us the fuck alone lah, because we've been doing fine, or at least I've seen the scene doing fine for 10 years without this sort of nonsense lah. The last thing we want is to have this sort of nonsense, this sort of entitlement. If anybody should ask for paying of equipment, it should be me lah, not you lah. You fucking shoot how many times a year only, it makes so much noise. Then what about me? I just spent $320 buying 2 6TB hard disks. Am I gonna ask the scene to pay me for now a total of 29 hard disks? I don't think so. It's not fair, right? It's my passion to do it. I want to do it. It's my money.
Hard disk.
If you can't afford to spend the money, then don't do it lah. Nobody points a gun and tells you must shoot for the underground scene. You are doing it willingly because you want to be part of the scene. Fine, we welcome you. But then don't put don't put the entitlement. Don't put your entitlement onto the scene because the scene doesn't owe you this sort of thing.
Correct.
Okay. So maybe
Gatekeep.
just as the first question, maybe gatekeeping should be the thing you do. But I don't think it's something that we should go down that path, because once you go down gatekeeping path, it's hard to U-turn back.
The way I see it, right, is like, I think situational awareness is very
Yeah,
important.
correct.
Like, you can do certain things in some
Read the room also,
situations.
You read the room. I think it's
room,
the same for everybody: the band, the organizer, the audience, even the media people. We read the room. We read the room. Okay, we and I always keep in mind that, and the media people always have a certain privilege. We have that privilege of shooting backstage, whatever. We have all access to the venue, whatever. So, but that should not mean that we mar the enjoyment of the audience. Because ultimately, the audience are the ones that put out the money so that this show can be successfully carried out. Without the audience money, there's no show for you to shoot. You can go and shoot a free show at Esplanade facing the Marina Bay. You can shoot all you want. I mean, you can flash all you want. Nobody gives a shit because you're not at the front.
Before Chester asks the next question, we got half an hour for hard cut.
Half an hour. Can I select one question before Chester select his question?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's kind of like adding on to what you mentioned. All the point 1, point 2 lah, all that stuff lah. Like this is my observation in terms of like the photographers lah. There's a few that we know of familiar with and everything. But I feel like it's similar to when during the pandemic you mentioned where some outside media want to like select or come in. Because I feel like if we're talking about like that photographer, I don't know who. I think I might know which photographer lah.
I also.
But when you're talking about them, coming in and want to be part of the scene, I feel like if you want to be part of the scene, you are part of the scene. You occasionally at the end we will talk about like go mama and stuff. But these kind of people, they won't. Just go there for take photos, then fuck off.
I think it holds true for whether is it Singapore scene, Malaysia scene, Indonesian scene, Thailand scene, US scene, whatever. I think if you come into the scene is not blind. People in the scene are not blind. They will know and they are able to feel whether are you genuine in your passion to help the scene or to love the scene, whatever. You can't lie. Because if I were to take, I know it's kind of a probably because there's nobody else that I can think of. So if I were to take myself, when you go and cover, when you take the time to set up your GoPros, go there early, climb a ladder, set up your GoPros, pull your wiring, whatever, make sure it works. And then during the gig, you are carrying 2 cameras, just shooting. Sometimes uncomfortable position, sometimes in comfortable position, doesn't matter, it shoot. When you do this 140 times a year, I think the scene, and you don't get paid for it, I think, and you don't demand payment for it, and I think the scene is not stupid to look at it and say, oh no lah, he's not part of the scene, or no, he doesn't have the love for the scene. I think the DIY scene is not, people are not stupid. They are able to see. So if anybody wants to come in, you want to shoot, just come in, talk to the audience, talk to the organizer, talk to the band, shoot, and just let it go naturally lah. No, because if you are coming for the next gig, the band or the organizer or even some of the audience might recognize you again. If you come for more gigs, they might recognize you. And this is organic. It's not forced like, oh no, there's a metric, there's a KPI where, okay, if you come for less than 20 gigs, we fuck you, man, you are not part of the scene. No, there's no KPI, okay?
And a batch.
This is very organic. Yeah, you got the achievement. I think I should have a 10-year service medal.
Verified scene goal.
got better pass on. You buy more pre-sale.
I want to say, like, if you're part of the scene, we are like a community versus membership. You know that kind of like, hey, I go to 5 gigs already this month, so I
you buy all at door, all tier 2. You buy all pre-sale with tier 1.
friends or friends prices.
So what's your Steam achievements?
Achievement badge.
10 pre-sale, true fan, 10 pre-sale.
I was there. You know how many hours you play?
You survive a mosh pit.
Then you get
Oh, flash blast the audience 10 times.
Then need to have some funny name.
That's actually true.
The power of the sun. Survive a flash from a photographer.
That's a good achievement.
We got this.
Baik bro, baik.
Shit.
But I mean, I think we welcome. Again, the scene is we welcome everybody. Okay, we don't want to gatekeep because that's the last thing we want to be. We don't want to be bastards like the mainstream scene where we gatekeep. They gatekeep on pricing, they gatekeep on whatever. We don't want to be that. Look, the organizers and bands we have in the scene, they're very friendly people. Okay, unless you're a bastard, then too bad lah. No, but they're very friendly. Talk to them, let them know. I think most importantly, they also want to know where why do you want to shoot? Okay, if you're saying that, oh no, because I'm doing a school project for my final year poly project, I want to do a. Hey, I think we're more than happy to help you out. I've helped out a few people with their final year project. No, it's okay. It's okay, man. You don't have to pay money. We're happy to help you out. Okay. If you feel that after shooting 1 or 2 times, you say, hey, can you update me next time? I got other gigs. I think organizers are more than happy. Organizers are more than happy to have people shoot gigs because it helps to, promote what happens at the gigs. It helps to promote the bands also lah, right? So, I think the scene doesn't have any issue with that. But just remember that when you come to shoot for a gig, just always bear in mind that the audience didn't pay money to see you. Okay, so whatever you do, please do not mar the experience for the audience. Don't flash bomb them, or whatever. Please don't do that. Okay, let the audience are the ones that pay the money so that you have the chance to shoot this.
Okay, what about some people, right? That we do not name any names, right?
Yeah.
But then they will go right, stand right in front of the vocalist, or
I guess this is what just now Zan was saying, like, it's SA, it's all about SAs, not sexual assault. It's all about social. So be aware. Look, I've also gone to the front and shoot.
SA also.
I also SA to the front, right? But then after shooting, usually it's always backed up by videos. The GoPro videos are very clear recordings of what is happening at the stage. Especially now that I have a GoPro that's always behind the band. You can see what's happening in front of the band, okay? There's no way you can lie. Normally, once I take my shot, I squat down.
Yeah, that's
Even
why.
if I'm at the front of let's say the 5 to 6, the stage has the 2 steps, right? Even I have to be in an uncomfortable
there's one
position,
big step
kneeling my knees on the front step and then my leg behind is bent down. It doesn't matter because there's the moment for the band and the crowd to interact. I pop up, take one shot and then get down, that's all. So, and then I crawl my way, I really stoop low and crawl my way to the other side, whatever lah, it doesn't matter.
Cute, I get it.
But then imagine 55-year-old trying to bend your bones. It doesn't matter. You just try your best to not mar the audience experience. There are certain gigs where the audience and the band have the interaction. Like last Saturday's gig, Marv EP Long. The bloody audience interaction is so amazing. Right, the vocalist singing, they pass the mic and it's so amazing. The last thing you want is suddenly one head pop out in between them is a two. If that case happens, you have 2 choices. Either you shoot from the side, and that's why I carry a zoom lens, so I don't have to go right to your face.
Okay.
Or you crawl and you shoot from below up. You take a ground up, worm's eye view angle. Whatever, worm's eye view, you can see the singer and you can see the audience. Right, worm's eye view.
The Tarantino.
The perfect type of encapsulation of what audience interaction to a gig is. Right? So, again, I know how to technically take the shot. I may not know, so maybe this shot will be all centralized, linear. Yeah, big fuck, I'm not a creative person, but at least the shot is taken. If the band wants to, the band later decide I want to edit and make it slant, more effect, up to the band. I'm just giving you the raw files. I'm giving you the base information. You can do whatever you want. And I don't need any credit. Okay? I'm not in it for fame or fortune. Because if it's for fame or fortune, I'll be fucking properly going to shoot all the big gigs already. Why do I want to put up with this? You know, if I'm really professional, why do I want to put this nonsense? Why don't I shoot big gig, got proper barrier? I can shoot to my own enjoyment. I don't have to, you know, smell people's bodies or whatever. But it's precisely that I like that scene.
Yeah, what you like?
I like the passion and the interaction.
Yeah.
You know, plus of course other things are that we don't have enough people doing this at underground gigs. So, you know, it's the scene is not stupid lah. They will know whether a person is doing it for money or doing it because they really love the scene. The scene is not stupid.
Yeah.
And I think that is the best thing. Maybe that's the best form of gatekeeping, right? The scene will know whether are you coming with true intentions or not.
Yeah.
Okay, it's so obvious to see. What, as I said, you know, is if I walk away from, if I leave the scene now, I can still carry on my life. Right? I can still find a way to earn my income. I don't have income from shooting gigs or archiving gigs. I can go back to the print industry and still, you know, earn my income from there.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm doing it is really because I love the scene. You can't nobody can target me and say, oh, you're doing it for money. Prove it. I'm building my own NAS, everything, you know, the electricity is right. Okay, like it's $5 a month for electricity for the stupid computer, but it's still money. Hard disk, right, it's a 20 terabyte NAS. I buy second-hand hard disk, it's still money. And then I'm every 2 months, every 2-3 months, every 2.5 months to 3 months, I'm buying another hard disk to add to the master collection because I need more space to store. So, you know, if it was really for money, right, I'll probably be putting out appeal every time. I need to buy every time I put out appeal. I need money to buy 6 terabyte hard disk.
Has anyone at gigs ever like, hey, who are you? Where's your wristband? That kind of thing.
Funnily enough, no. You know why? Because I'm the one supplying wristbands. So like 526 always has about I put like 1,200, 1,400 wristbands there of different colors. Bruce from Wicked Productions, I also survived. And most of the underground organizers like Docs, if they want wristband, they always say, hey, can I have a wristband? Yeah, no problem. If you're having a room 526, there's always 1,000 pieces there. Help yourself. Not enough? I'm there. I will know. If not enough, I'll top it up. Okay, so I don't need a wristband because I'm the one supplying. I can have any color to myself if I want to. Okay? But again, the wristbands that I provide, the 526 or things like that, there's no money involved. Right? It's just I'll just bring it there. Nah, just go and use.
So far, no one never recognize you lah.
Never not recognize.
Yeah, never not recognize.
But then again, I don't need that recognition. You know, if just treat me as transparent.
Right.
Enjoy the show. Give your full attention to the artist. I'm not the act. Give your full attention to the artist. Have fun with the gig. No, don't ignore me. You may see a shadow just suddenly walk in front of you. Ignore me. I'm not the main character. Enjoy the show. Because you pay money to see the show. Enjoy the show. Go and have a good time. You want to talk to me, you can always talk after the gig.
Poster, then put like photography by.
We can always talk during sets, changeover, after whatever. It's okay, man. But while the band is playing, please enjoy yourself with the band because that's what you come to a gig for. That's the whole purpose. You know, I think it is so far over the last 10 years. I would say it's been 95%, 96%. It's been a very, very good experience. For me to still do it day in, day out, 2-3 times a week, sometimes on weekdays, sometimes on weekend. Not only here, you know, JB side, Rocking Jams, you know. I was there in April, I was there in March. You know, I think it's been fun. It's been a fun experience, and I wish there were more people who are taking photography or they want to help to do videography. By all means, go ahead. But I know it's very difficult for them because, you know, they can't manage 2 things at one time. Because in a sense, I'm not doing videography in a sense. I'm just putting a GoPro there and recording. I don't do anything with the GoPro. It just stay there. But it's good enough to capture full sets. Yeah. And people are like, oh fuck, yeah, that was how the gig was like, man. I mean, videographers are those that, you know, are like people like Shukri, or they really take, or Josephine, they really take the video, the camera, and you know, they are more dynamic, they're moving around. Mine is just, I'm just a security camera. Press start and I do anything to it really. So I won't exactly call myself a videographer. I'm just video recording, not a videographer.
Literally, like the word used, archivist. Literally,
Literally the archivist.
Piang.
The CCTV camera files, I'm just keeping it them also.
As true as you can get, you know. Like,
Yeah, you guys go and
organic.
edit. I have no time. I don't know how to do anything. You guys go edit. You know, you can do all
You make a
want.
mistake, it's there.
You do.
Hey, wow, you fight. Too
Cannot
bad, bro. It's there. Up to you to go and cancel it. But my original file has a fighting going on. If the equipment malfunctions, too bad, bro. It's there. You know, if there's a power blackout, too bad. There, everything is captured. You know, I present the whole picture. I'm not there to try and edit it. You know, this is what DIY gigs are like. Shit does happen, but we just roll along with it, lah. Power blackout, and then we try to fix the power black. Okay, back on stage, everybody, let's go again. It's like that. What do you want us to do? Cry about it? No. We don't have backup power generator in the venues that we are playing in, right?
Okay, so see, in the spirit of the hard cut, right? We got
Spirit of the hard cut.
we got two more things, which is the last pointer of your talking point, and then one more of my
Actually,
talking
I thought
point.
I think I
Yeah,
got
favorite
three-
shoe band.
I think I got 3
no.
Instagram links or whatever, right?
You went through almost all of it already.
No, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, for you went through a bit.
Yeah, you touch a bit on the
Oh yeah, 4.
Yeah.
4 I may have touched, right? Yeah,
Touch about it.
yeah. Correct.
6 not yet.
Okay,
5 and
so
6, 5 and 6.
I want to link a bit of my question and this particular one, right?
Okay.
Okay. You say you're not a musician, you're not musical, right?
I have
But
no
you
musical skills at all.
Okay.
I enjoy good music, but I can't. You cannot ask me to produce good music.
Okay.
As I said, I don't have a creative inborn creative skill set. So that means
Right.
that not only for photography, it goes the same for music.
Not only for the,
Okay, you ask me to plug quarter inch in your guitar, I can do it, but I do quarter inch.
But to plug creatively.
No, after plugging, after plugging, ask me to go to the hey, help me adjust the hey bro, sorry, that's your own problem, man. You don't ask me what treble.
Don't say this,
lah.
You keep all straight.
My all 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
okay, so pertaining to that, right? Since you're at shows a lot, what is one thing that musical wise that you don't like?
Ooh.
Doesn't have to be like talking point you put.
Okay.
Maybe like a certain musical trope, for example. Like for me, right, personally, I don't like the sus4 sus2 thing that people do on guitar, or like that they put into a song construction arrangement.
Sorry, what's sus?
Suspicious,
I will explain to you later.
No, but I can't answer this question without knowing.
No, it's like a feeling, like
Okay.
chord progression, right? There's always a feeling, right? So, Chester does not like certain chord progressions that goes into that feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's asking whether
But is that more of a personal?
Pet peeve.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah,
because
yeah.
you understand music,
Yeah.
you do your music theory,
Yeah.
so you understand that.
Ick lah. It's like a
It's
ick.
kind of like
Yeah,
it's a
what-
trope. It's like a meme.
For lack of a better term, what is your musical ick?
Like,
Even though you're not a musical
ooh,
person.
I like that. I like that.
I can tell you actually what I like about.
Really?
Actually, I can tell you what I like rather than what I don't like.
Fun, talk about what you don't like. Because we like a lot of things. Like you ask me what's my favorite food, I can name you a lot of food I will eat, but I don't like to eat snail. I fucking hate escargot, that kind of thing. So that's a good thing.
I think you know why the reason it's hard for me to answer this.
Cannot, you
Because-
say music thing cannot be too nice. Whack Gary.
change your pickup now.
Stop it, Gary.
Use a sharper drumstick or whatever. No, I think it's very challenging for me to answer that. You know why? For a musically disinclined person like me, that can't strum a guitar even if my life depended on it, when I see anybody that can play a note, a chord, or riff on drums, on guitar, on piano, on keyboard, whatever musical instrument, I'm already amazed. So I don't have like, oh fuck, I see you playing the guitar, that progression like a bit fucked up like that. You know, I don't understand what is fucked up about that. It's like, to me, it's like,
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
the fact that he can twist the finger 360 degrees and then he can slide the other. The fact that the fact that the guitar is ambidextrous, the guitar is ambidextrous. Like, bro,
You need to have a soundbite. Hey, your chord progression fucked up.
like, bro, I can't even wrap my hands around the neck. You can fucking, play a 6-string bass, 7-string bass, like, what the fuck? So okay, maybe.
Okay, because your talking point, right, is a bit more like this, right? According
This
to
is
the
actually
post.
from okay. So this is the reason I put this because this was from a band
Yeah.
that is quite well known in Malaysia to the scene.
Right.
But I think they are looking at it from a point of view. It's like, I have a feeling they're actually saying all this like, don't waste the fucking audience time. Go on stage. I believe is their intention. Their intention is not to put down the band that does. It's like, look, go on stage. Don't waste time because the audience are here to listen to the music and songs that you write creatively.
Respect the audience.
Respect their time and their money. Don't shortchange them by instead of you could play 7 songs because of your fucking chaka, you end up only 5 songs.
Right.
Give their audience their money's worth. And I think also in a way it's like they're trying to say, don't belittle the audience
Right.
don't belittle the audience sense of confidence in you by your false humility or whatever. The audience is not stupid. Okay? If you can play good music, the audience can see it. If you go up there, bohong, the audience also can see it. So I think he's advising bands, that means treat your audience not as stupid people. They know. And I agree with his point. Yeah, like the false
patronize
humility.
them.
Don't
Don't
patronize them. Okay, if you ask me, perhaps what
Or what to add? What would you like to
you
add?
can tell me what I don't like. Yeah. Actually, the exact point is, please don't go and say, actually, we are not so good. Bro, you are fucking better than me. Don't tell me you're not so good. You can pick up an instrument. Even if your song is off key, you can still play the damn guitar. I can't even strum the guitar. Don't tell me you're not so good. Even if your drum, you beat it off a bit. Bro, you can kick and tom and then. I probably go there only one hand. I really lose track of this other hand. I can't do it. So that false humility thing is not necessary. Don't belittle the audience. The audience will know whether you're good or bad. I mean, I give an example. I give the clearest, best example. Last Saturday, Muff EP launch.
Right.
I did their CD for them, 40 pieces. It's an EP, 5 songs. But the total length of the songs is about 24 minutes because their songs are long. They're the alternate rock style, But fucking all 40 pieces of the CD gone in that night.
Nice.
And now
Gone as in sold.
So I'm now reprinting another 30. Actually, they asked
Reply
me
series gone.
they actually asked to reprint 20.
Gone
then,
hilang.
they actually asked to reprint 20. Then yesterday they said, oh, can we do 30? Because they got another show coming up. And then just now on the way here, I saw on the thing, they are one of the 8 bands shortlisted for round 2 of Babies.
Congratulations.
Congrats, man, Muff. I mean, but the interaction of that gig, I tell you, that interaction of that gig on Saturday, all the bands that played, the 526 was packed out, okay? Was packed. But that interaction, so if you are good, even if you are a new band, they are a relatively new band. This is probably the second time I shot them. I caught their debut show a few months ago at 526 or so. So even if you are a new band, the audience is not stupid. They recognize a good thing when they see it. If not, people are not going to pay money, $15 for an EP album for 6 songs. On the same day that you release it digitally on Spotify, most people go like, yeah, it's on Spotify, might as well just save the money, listen to it first. If I feel like it, maybe I go and buy again. I buy it other time. But no, the same day that your thing was released digitally, the same night, 40 pieces gone. I got nothing to say. I'm very, very happy for them. So I think what this post was trying to say is that, I think what this Malaysian man is trying to say is that, don't belittle your audience. Your audience are not stupid. Okay? Even if your audience doesn't play music, I'm not musicians. They know a good thing when they hear it. So you as a band must go on stage with your confidence. Don't belittle the audience. Don't force humility yourself. Go on stage and put on a show like as if your life depended on it. And if the audience feels it, they will reciprocate without you having to do anything. They only got 5 songs. So the encore was taking one of the song and play again. The long song, the almost 7-minute song. Because what else can they do? They got one. They did one unreleased track which they intend to do for release for the next album. But that's all. It's like 6 songs. 6 songs only. But the atmosphere was just incredible. Being the last band to play, it was a hit. So I think I agree with what this. I guess it'll be the things that what they say don't do, like false humility and things like that, belittling your audience, waste time talking things which I know you need to cover yourself when you're doing tuning your member. So talk about something else. The moment you finish, go ahead already. Don't. You know, actually, this guy read you everything for you, and then no, actually, bro,
You see a flash, make sure you look away.
PSA.
I agree what they say. I agree what they say. The audience is not there for TED Talk. Okay. Then he said, okay, guys, we're going to play our next song. Please have fun with it. Finish? Okay. Tune, huh? Okay, let's go. But that's it. Go ahead. Don't kill the momentum.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't let the audience have that chance to rest. You already can feel, you as a band can feel them on that thing. Carry on. Make it until they soak up all the energy. You suck out all the energy, and then you leave them wanting for more. That's what a band should do. It's more of showmanship. So sometimes what makes a band good, not say good or not good, but what makes a band popular is actually the showmanship. You know, the showmanship, the interaction. The audience wants to feel that as if the band is literally performing a private concert for me. And the audience will reciprocate accordingly. You don't have to worry about that. I've been in gigs long. I've seen gigs long enough. I experienced gigs long enough. The audience will reciprocate to you if you're honest with them.
Okay, so last talking point. This one is a question from the hot sauce side, and it's always the same question. Right? Since you're always, since you're always on your feet at gigs, what is your favorite shoe to wear?
Favorite shoe brand.
Shoe brand.
It's a very interesting question.
Combat boots.
No. You may not believe it, I only have one pair of shoes in my cupboard.
Okay, please talk about it.
Oh, nice.
No, it's a
What
cheap.
brand?
It's a cheap $19.90 pair of shoes from Decathlon.
Ooh,
That's all.
Decathlon.
I bought one pair. It lasted for 2.5 years until the sole went flat. Then,
Buy the same one.
4 months ago, I went back. I buy the same one. It's the brand. It's the name of the Decathlon shoe. It starts with K.
Oh, the Keep Star one.
No, K. No, the name is KY something. It's a weird name. So the reason I like the shoe is because the skin the skin of the shoe is very soft.
The outer is soft.
Yeah, it's soft, and the toe is flexible. That's all. I only have one pair of shoes. Every time in my life, throughout my life, right, I always have only one pair of track shoes in my cupboard. My son or daughter may have more. I always have the one pair, and I wear it all the time.
Right.
And it's nothing to do with sports. That's the best part. I don't wear my shoes. I don't do sports. So before I had this Decathlon, I was wearing a Reebok, which I bought, and that damn pair lasted me for 7 years. Because I bought it on the last time I went to Bangkok before pandemic in 2020. I bought it at the MBK. There was a there's a shop, Reebok shop there near the bridge. They're having a sale. I was like, okay, then we'll calculate $60. Okay, I buy this grey color Reebok, no frills style track shoe. $60. Fucking lasted me for 7 years. In between, I still sent to the cobbler to resole it.
You resole or you sew the
modded shoes?
The sole is flat, so he grind it flat, he stick a new sole.
Walao.
I don't care. Even if the shoe dirty, I don't care. That's why I wear grey. I don't care. I don't clean my shoe. I just go home, throw it onto the floor. That's it. To me, a shoe is just something to wear to be comfortable when walking. So I'm not a sneakerhead.
Like
I was never into sneakerhead.
Even though it's not sports, it's the action a lot,
Yeah, that's why.
Pen lah,
Actually, no.
everything,
Actually, most of the time it's walking. And the most is
Climb ladder.
Climb ladder, your feet is used. Your sole is used straight. When you squat down, because I can't squat properly, I can't do Asian squat. So my feet need to.
I also like that. I need to
Correct.
raise my heels.
But then I try to. If I really get tired, right, then I put my knee down. So I'm literally kneeling down.
Right.
So it releases the pressure on the back, lah. But that's about it for shoes. I don't use it. Please, I can't jog or run. I don't have the stamina jog, so I don't do it for any of these things.
Right.
So I only have that one pair of shoes. That's it. And I always try to find the cheapest pair. 1990 is affordable in Decathlon.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, 2.5 years, I'm not complaining.
$10 per year, okay.
Yeah, I mean, Give her a chance. If I go
Subscription
Bangkok again, if I
model.
can see the Reebok, if I go Bangkok again, if I can see the Reebok shop, right? I
50 cents
maybe
a
buy a
month.
Reebok lah. Okay lah, a bit atas a bit lah. My house ticket, $60 already.
Treat yourself.
I'm not going to. I will not spend $100 on a pair of shoe. I will not do that because for my purpose, it's total waste because I will not use it to its maximum capability of sports. So it's a waste of money for me. It's the same with the camera, right? I buy it. Sure, there are cameras with better function, but I don't need that function. So I'm happy with this 11-year-old camera. I'll just use it until the day it dies. Then I'll go and look for another one.
I think it's like the same for us also. Like I always tell Zan and Sham, right? Like I got 6 $1,000 bases, but I do not have one $6,000 base.
Yes. It's the same with the main. It's the same with the desktop that I'm using at home. Fucking 12-year-old iCore 7 4th generation desktop. Okay.
Lama sah.
4th generation iCore 4770K. It's 4th generation, so it's 11 years old, 12 years old already. It's still running with a 1660 GTX card. Unless there's something seriously wrong with it. If not, this is the main.
It works.
This is the main desktop I'm using. For everything. Playing War of Tanks to. Sure, I don't play in high quality. But good enough to play 120 frame FPS. I'm good enough. I'm not interested in all the beautiful cosmetic. I'm interested in the core functionality of the thing. If it works for the core functionality, doesn't care.
Okay, anyway, we have to end it here.
The hakat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Gary.
Yes, thank you
It's
very
always
much.
a pleasure to come back.
Yeah.
We aim for tiga.
Okay, Gary, last things that you want to say on the podcast? Anything?
Because after this is the names.
After this,
After the name we talk at the market.
So the first person.
we take down notes at the marketplace. I mean, as usual, I like the scene a lot. I wish I could see the scene forever, but we know all of us got finite lifetimes. Oof. I mean, it's true. It's a fact. I'm aware. I'm very self-aware. Once you pass 50, I'm very self-aware of my age. And but the problem is I do not know how much time I left. But for those that are younger, maybe in your 20s or maybe even the 18-year-old, 16-year-olds that just come into our scene and looking at this wonderful scene, please, my what I advise people is, or what my recommendation is, enjoy as much as you can, okay? Because the scene changes, right? Bands come and go, organizers come and go, people come and go. But enjoy as much as you can. Build a network of friends, and so you all can go gigs together. You all can enjoy the same music or even introduce one another to different type of music, right? But at the end of the day, try to support your local underground scene as much as possible, in the sense that, so not necessarily you need to spend money, like, support means I always give money, no, but help to promote, the gigs, help to talk about the bands to people who may not be in the scene. Talk about the bands. Spotify is free, Bandcamp is free, whatever, all these free services. Get people to go listen to their music. In that way, we hope to get people who enjoy this music to come into our scene. And then maybe we have more people in the scene, and it becomes easier. We need the scene to grow, because everybody's musical taste will change. So enjoy as much as you can. Help to support the local scene, through your own personal efforts. All right, nothing is too small to help the scene. Even talking about promoting, even telling people there's a gig tomorrow is not a small thing. All right, but it helps. It helps a lot. Then just go with the flow and enjoy it. Enjoy as much as you can. I hope that when you get to my age, when you get to the 5 age,
Eve for me.
I can do it right now. Now I got better lifestyle, better health. No, but when you get to 50 years old, you will still enjoy the scene with the same passion as you were as an 18-year-old, and life will become better. Life will be more enjoyable, easier for you to go through life, with something like a underground scene behind to help you release your stress and creatively inspire you. Enjoy the scene for what it is now.
On behalf of the scene, Gary, thank you for documenting us, archiving us.
You're welcome.
Okay. We have been Hot Sauce and Potatoes.
Hey,
Hopefully we will get another Gary episode soon.
So the name
What's the name of Gary?